Hello there, this is Professor Warsi again. Today, I want to discuss with you the articles. In English, there are two types of articles, definite and indefinite, and it is a bit difficult for those students whose first language does not have articles. So, today's objectives are to learn the difference between definite and indefinite article, understand when to use a, an, and the, and then, as you always do when you study with me, practice through examples and do some exercises and maybe even some quizzes. So let's start. English has two indefinite articles, a and an. So for example, I saw a cat. And indefinite means it's not specific, right? So when you say I saw a cat, you are not talking about a specific cat. If you're speaking to somebody, the listener does not know who this cat is that you are referring to, other you saw. She wants an apple. Okay, so it could be any apple, right? Gala, Red Delicious. It doesn't matter. It's just an apple, the fruit. So it's indefinite, so we use a and an. Okay, so when do we use it? It's important for you to know that a is used before consonant sounds. Now, in a separate lesson on pronunciation, I will introduce consonants and vowel sounds. But for now, just know that consonant sounds are produced by creating a constriction in the oral cavity in your mouth. So, d, b, p, these are all consonant sounds. Now, university may be a bit confusing to you because it looks like it's a U or maybe a vowel like U, but the fact is that it's a consonant because the first sound in university is y, university. So we say a university, not an university. Okay? So when do we use it? When do we use an? You may be wondering, what's the difference between a and an, Professor Warsi? We use an before a vowel sound. We use an for a noun that begins with a vowel sound. Now, there are 15 vowels in North American English. But for now, just know that a, u, e, these are all vowel sounds. Some examples are an umbrella, an egg, or an hour. Now you may be saying, wait, the H is a consonant sound. Well, it's not. It's a consonant letter, but the sound is a vowel. We say hour, not hour, right? So we say, I'll see you in an hour. Or I had an egg. Oh, it's raining. I need an umbrella. All right? So far, so good. Now, so we learn a and an. Now let's learn the definite article. There's only one in English, the. So unlike a and an, which refers to any nouns that are countable, the refers to a specific noun, something very specific. So if you're speaking to somebody and use the before a noun, the listener already knows the noun that you are talking about. So for example, you could say, I saw the cat in your garden. Now, the person you're speaking to knows about the cat that's in your garden. Or, the sun is bright today. Maybe I recommended a good book, a grammar book, or a pronunciation book to you, and you say to your friend, I bought the book my professor recommended, or Professor Warsi recommended. It would be ungrammatical to say, I bought a book my professor recommended, because a means any books, right? Who is the tall woman sitting over there? So you're pointing to a woman. She's tall. And you use the definite article. Who is the tall woman? Right? Ungrammatical sentence would be who is a tall woman sitting over there? Because that becomes non-specific. Okay. When do we use the? We learn when we use a and an. A before a consonant sound and an before a vowel sound. When do we use the? Well, we use the to refer to a noun or something that has already been discussed or mentioned. You say, I bought a book. Now the reader knows that you have a book. The reader doesn't know what that book is because it's not a specific book. You bought a book. Then you say, the book is interesting. So the reader or listener now knows that you are referring to the book that you bought, right? The is used also to refer to unique items like the moon or the Eiffel Tower or a specific group. I could be talking to my colleague, to another professor. I could say, the students in my class are very intelligent. Or, hey, I saw the Japanese movie you recommended to me the other day. So that is the difference between the indefinite articles, a and an, and the definite article, the. Okay, when should we not use the? Now, I know from experience that my students will say sometimes, I live in the New York, or I live in the Queens. And that is incorrect because the is not used with proper nouns like the Obama or the President Obama or the President Biden for now. Do not use the with general ideas and nouns that cannot be counted. For example, love. You can't count love and say, I have 3 loves for you, right? So do not use the with general ideas. You say love is universal, not the love is universal. And you do not, as I just mentioned, do not use the with proper nouns. So rather than saying, I live in the Paris, you don't need the there because it's a proper noun. It's the name of a city. I live in Paris. Okay? India, for example, is a proper noun. It's the name of a country. So you don't say, I am from the India. Correct? You will say, I'm from India. So do not use the in these cases. Now, a quick note. The is used for countries with plural names such as the United States or the Netherlands, right? So in those cases we use the, but those are just a couple of exceptions. Okay, so far so good. Let's keep moving. Special cases with the. So we use the definite article, with adjectives that refer to a group of people. But you can say, the rich. The rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. The is used with superlatives like good, better, the best. She is the best student in my class, right? The largest. The is also used with musical instruments. As you can see, this dad and child pair here. The father is teaching his son to play the guitar, or she plays the piano. So in these cases, but these are special cases, remember, we use the definite article. Okay, so let's get to work. You have learned how to use a and an, indefinite articles in English. You have also learned how to use the definite article in English. Let's do some exercise. Fill in the blanks. I'd like you to stop the video at this point. It's a very short exercise. Only 4 questions I have for you. Try to fill in the blanks with a, an, and the. Okay, so let's try it. Okay, these are the answers. I saw an elephant because the word elephant begins with a vowel. Elephant. Okay, look at the other answers and see the answers that you gave. I hope you got all of them correct. Okay, now these are some ungrammatical sentences. Exercise 2. Can you identify the errors and correct them? Give it a try. And as I usually do, I'll show you the answer. Okay, now notice that for number 4, I have written a 0. And so 0 means you don't need I saw the lions in the jungle unless the person you're speaking to know about the lions. Maybe you had a previous conversation in which you spoke about the lions. Maybe there is something unique about them. And so now the listener has the knowledge. In that case, when you see the person again, you can say, guess what? I saw the lions in the jungle. But in general, if you're giving this information the first time, you just say, he saw lions in the jungle. Zero, no article. Let's do one more exercise, right? The more you practice, the better you learn. Can you rewrite these sentences? So for number one, you change the definite article to an indefinite article. And can you make the number two, can you make the book very specific so the reader or the listener knows the book you are talking about? How would you do it? I have not given you any answers because you need to practice, right? And you need to use your brain to master the articles in English. Okay, how about this? This is an interesting exercise that I've created for you. So there are 3 nouns: the moon, a car, an hour. Which one is which? Which one is a specific? Which one is a generic? Okay, which one starts with a vowel sound, for example? So have fun doing this exercise. It is short, so it wouldn't take you a lot of time. Okay. Whenever I give you an exercise, be sure to stop the video so that you can do the exercise and then check the answers later. Okay, these are the answers to this exercise. The moon. Why do we say the moon, not a moon? Because it's a specific item. There's only one moon, right? Okay. So complete this quiz. There are 3 sentences, and which one is correct? Obviously, 1 out of 3 is correct? So there are maybe 2 ungrammatical sentences in this exercise. Complete the exercise. And here is the answer. You ready? There you are. I want an orange car is correct. And now just for your reference, she saw a elephant is incorrect, right? Remember the rule? The first sound in elephant is a vowel. So we need to say she saw an elephant. And he likes the books is also incorrect because the reader doesn't know which books. This person likes to read. You know, he's a reader. So he likes to read books, not the books. All right? Another exercise. You may be saying, you're giving me too many exercises, Professor Warsi. But it's good for you. The more you practice, the better you will learn. Okay. So there are 3 statements. Which ones are true, which ones are false? Okay, here are the answers. Number 1 is true, number 2 is true, and number 3 is a false statement. Okay? All right, I hope you did well with the exercises. One more. To use the correct article for each of the sentences. In other words, fill in the blanks with the right article. Okay, here are the answers again. What do you think? How did you do? You should have done well by now because you have learned the rules and you have seen many examples of indefinite articles and definite articles, and you have done some exercises. So this should have been your best performance. I hope you got all of the answers correct. Okay, how about one more? This, I will not show you any answers because you need to practice write these articles correctly when you write a sentence. So create sentences with each of the three articles. Write a sentence with an a, another sentence with an, and the last sentence with the definite article the. So complete the exercise. You can do this at your own pace because I'm not showing you the answers. We're almost to the end of the lesson today. Let's summarize what we have learned. Today we learned that English has two indefinite articles, a and an. We use a before consonant sounds such as in a car, a boy, or a university, and we use an before vowel sounds, an apple. See how happy this man is eating an apple. And definite article, there's only one, correct? The is the definite article. So we say the book because we are referring to a specific book. Look at these stars in the sky, the stars. They're very specific. Some exceptions, as I mentioned before, are the United States, the rich, the Netherlands, and even the United States of Mexico. People just refer to the country as, oh, I went to Mexico. But formally, the name of the country is the United States of Mexico. Okay, very good. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I've given you lots of exercise and I hope you did really well. If you have any questions, please ask. Write your questions in the comment box, okay? I'm not getting a lot of questions from you. I think it's a good idea. If you learn and if you still there are some gaps in your understanding, feel free to ask questions. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.